Oh, the new definition of beauty, Ben Shapiro.
There is a new swimsuit 2022 cover model. So every year.
Bro, this guy literally, look, all I'm going to say is this. Before we even get into this, all I'm going to say is this. If you look like the type of nerd who thinks your hands are going to get hairy if you masturbate, you cannot have a say on this conversation. Like, you are on this planet specifically by your own definition to reproduce. You only see women as baby incubators, and you only see sex as a means of putting out, you know, little tiny Ben Shapiros on the planet. I'm just saying. Like, I don't, like, who the fuck will click on a Ben Shapiro video unless they're an idiot like me to be like, I wonder what Ben Shapiro thinks about beauty standards. It's like, why would I care? This man is like he's so far removed. He's like a machine, dude.
Now, Sports Illustrated has its SI Swimsuit edition. And they usually have multiple cover models. And one is sort of the woke cover model. So they'll have like a couple of actual models, and then they'll have like a transgender woman, like a biological male who has had a boob job and a bunch of surgeries and looks a lot like a female. That's what they did last year. This year,
gender-affirming surgery, famously non-existent in modeling outside of trans women. Yeah, gender-affirming surgery and also like Photoshop procedures famously don't exist outside of trans women specifically, especially in modeling. Yeah, that's awesome. Like he literally was like, yeah, he's so transphobic that he's just basically just like forgetting that it's a incredibly important part of like presentation in this sector.
They went woke in
Oh, by the way, fun fact, but the number one foe of trans people, after me, of course, because I'm an LGBT foe, is Joe Rogan, who also quite literally talks about gender confirmation, gender-affirming hormones that he has taken throughout his like mid-30s all the way to now. That is testosterone replacement therapy. Testosterone replacement therapy is a type of hormone replacement therapy. Joe Rogan is a big proponent, a big advocate of testosterone replacement therapy. He loves that shit. He used to talk about it all the time. So miss me with this bullshit, okay? It's not just trans people that are doing like gender-affirming hormone therapy or gender-affirming therapy in any way. Joe Rogan is trans mask. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, he's trans mask Joe Rogan. No, he's just, wait, what is the term? I don't want to fuck this up. Isn't it called like, no, it's boy modding is when you're like an assigned male at birth, a trans woman, but you're like trying to go under the radar, right? That's like I fucking forget sometimes. Male to alpha male, a stud. Basically, yeah. Okay, never mind. Then that doesn't appear. That doesn't fit in the joke I was gonna try to make. Then boy modding, isn't that how you say it? Oh, it's boy moding. Wait, doesn't it sound cooler if you say boy modding though? Like you're modding, like you're modifying. That's what I thought. That's how I read it. Come on, dude. That's way sicker. Okay, there you go. There you go, trans folk. Just think about that. Think about that at the next council meeting. Bring that up as an issue. Be like, listen, I think we should say boy modding instead of moding. Because like it sounds like you're, you know, it sounds sick. I don't know. It just sounds like, yeah, I'm boy modding, like cyberpunk. That's what I thought the entire time. Like I okay. Anyway, this is so random. Okay, all right.
Different way. They decided that they were going to put a rather large woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Her name is Yumi Nu.
Boy mode is not TRT. Please stop. Lol. No. It's not. It's not. I understand that. I'm just saying that Joe Rogan does unironically do gender affirming therapy. Like Joe Rogan is doing HRT. He is. He literally takes TRT and is very famously an advocate for TRT. That is gender-affirming hormone therapy, okay? That's straight up the truth. And the reason why I mention this is because, like, I need people to understand that, like, you know, trans people are doing the same shit that he's doing, but when he does it, it's seen as normal. But when trans people do it, everyone's like, whoa, chill the fuck out. TRT or HRT, testosterone replacement therapy is a type of hormone replacement therapy. Like it's still gender affirming therapy. That's what it is. Just like when women go and get like a boob job or whatever, or when men can also do like Botox or whatever. Like people engage in like gender affirming therapy or like surgeries all the time, hair transplants, things like that. Just people are so blind to this, they can't recognize it. Yeah, it's kind of weirdly like a mind-boggling thing when you think about it, because you're like, you're conditioned into thinking that that's normal and the other is not. But it's the same shit.
And she is, quote, shaking over the SI swimsuit cover reveal. According to the New York Post, last week, model Yuminu visited her agent for what she thought was a routine interview and career check-in. While she was answering questions earnestly, my agents were in on this little plan, the 25-year-old told the Post. Midway through the interview, Sports Illustrated swimsuit honcho MJ Day and other staffers from the Bikini Bible popped out with a camera crew as the cover of this year's magazine, featuring new, filled a nearby monitor. I was processing the surprise of it not being a real interview, and this was actually the SI cover reveal. I could not speak. I had full body chills. I was shaking. I was crying. They really got me good. So she's a plus-sized model. And by plus-sized model, we mean that she is somewhat heavy. And she's not like morbidly obese. But she is also not skinny or in shape.
Wait. Is this progress? Wait, hold up. Dude, I feel like 6 years ago, Ben Shapiro would never say that. Wait, that's actually crazy. I'm actually surprised. Like, he had to concede that she's not, like, morbidly obese or whatever the fuck. Like, because I feel like that's where it was, like, 2015. Like, people should be like, oh, you're not a size 0. You're a pig. You're so fat. His wife got to be a shape close to her. Dude, I think a lot of wife guys are like, yeah, we can't do that. Like, we can't shit on her too much. That's like a lot of people in like JP's fan base were like, come on, my girlfriend looks like that, Jordan. What the fuck? Oh, that's cool. Welcome. Conversation with Jordan, with Brett Cooper, Fem Shapiro.
I mean, this is a person who should, for health reasons, drop some weight. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation, because being overweight exacerbates nearly every health problem you have. Unclear what her BMI is, so I would hesitate to estimate her BMI here. But suffice.
Bro, how the fuck are you gonna have a doctor wife and then still talk about BMI, bro? Come on. It's literally the most fucking outdated system of like figuring out whether someone is in shape or healthy or not. Like it is just so bad. The reason why BMI is outdated is because, like, if you have, so what's up? If you have fucking lean muscle mass, you can literally hit obesity in the BMI scale while still literally being like 12%, 13% body fat. It's so stupid. It literally does not account for muscle mass. It's made for people who are, who I guess like don't have a lot of muscle mass. Like that's what they think about. Yeah, just do body fat percentage. It's like significantly better. Anyway, let's continue.
This is to say that this is a person who could drop at least 20 pounds. And that's not an insult. That's just a reality. Okay, if you
freshman health class Andy? What do you mean freshman health class Andy? I never even took like a fucking health class or anything like that. The only reason why I know about it is because like I've never not been obese on the BMI while I had a fucking six-pack, dude. Or well, I wasn't obese, but like I was severely overweight, borderline obese on the BMI when I had a six-pack. Like, that's insane.
If you had a relative who looked like this, you would think that that person probably needed to drop a little bit of weight, and presume there's a young, healthy 25-year-old woman. There is no reason why she couldn't drop a little bit of weight if she wanted to. But the idea here is to redefine beauty, of course.
Wait, what?
And this is what the left is all about these days, what Sports Illustrated is doing. And the idea here is that if you mention this, if you notice it, it's bad. So this is the stupid game that the left loves to play. Stupid, stupid game. What they do is they do something that is deliberately shocking and provocative. Then when you comment on it, say, how dare you even notice? How dare you even notice? So the goal here is to...
The point is, it shouldn't be provocative. Like, have you looked outside? You live in fucking Florida, idiot. It's like skinnier than 90% of the women at Walmart. And you're over here being like, aha, it's so provocative. It's like, dude, how about, having some normal people? Don't you feel like that in and of itself is the weird situation that like not a single person looks like the cover model or looks like the marketing in America. Like, obviously, there are systemic problems. Obviously, obesity is a problem. Obesity is a problem, okay? Health complications do arise. He's not wrong on that. That's pretty obvious stuff, okay? It's pretty basic stuff. Don't fucking yell at me. I don't give a shit if you're like, it's fat phobia. Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut up. Obesity is an issue. It's caused by systemic inequalities. It's caused by the fact that, like, in America, our capitalist government does not give a fuck about, whatever kind of additives that companies are putting in to make the food taste better. It doesn't even matter if it fucking kills you. Who cares, right? Or of course, if you ask Hotep Jesus, it's caused by Marxism. But ultimately, it is so fucking stupid to just like be upset when you see a normal person every now and then. Like, she's a pretty person, she's normal, she's like not a size 0. It's very weird to just like lose your fucking mind over it, okay? You are unironically triggered because you saw a person that is, not a size 0 on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and the people are clowning on you because you're being weird. The people are clowning on you because your reaction is insane. He has a chronic illness. Losing weight is not easy when you're constantly in battle from other things. Being healthy is so much more than just weight. Yeah, I know. I know that, okay? You don't have to explain that to me. It's just odd that he's like freaking the fuck out saying that like, the beauty standards are being changed and being defined. It's like, yeah, they have been, dude. They have been. They have been to define a size 0 as the beauty standard. And when you look to someone who's like literally average weight in America, you fucking lose your shit. If anything, those standards are not gonna like cause people to become fatter. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, I saw a fat person on the cover of a magazine, I want to be fat now. If anything, it normalizes the way that normal people look to everyone else, so they're not getting fucking harassed all the time.
Change the standards of beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder, you see. It's completely subjective. It is not that there are many, many studies demonstrating that facial symmetry is a general indicator of beauty in virtually all cultures, or that there's a hip to waist ratio that is widely admired across cultures, or that there is even such a thing as sexual attraction.
Wait. Can't be serious, right? Like, her facial symmetry is part of the reason why she's a plus size model. Like she's very pretty. Her beauty is not an objective thing, obviously, but like, it's as close to objective as you can get when you talk about like facial symmetry or whatever the fuck, right? Obviously, it's still impossible to pinpoint. And it's certainly not across culture. This is just a lie. But, and especially the hip to ratio thing is a total fucking lie. When he says like across culture. But the facial symmetry is part of the reason why she is a model. Like, she is conventionally a very attractive person. It's just the truth.
More generally, which provides a very weird sort of thing for Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, because if there's no such thing as sexual attraction generally, then why have a swimsuit edition? But the notion is, of course, that we should pretend that human biological attractiveness does not exist, or that it is all culturally defined, and that if you don't find...
Why are these people so strange, dude? I don't understand. Like, you literally don't need to fucking try to intellectualize why you didn't find this particular cover model attractive. Like, you don't have to try and do that. And he's like so self-assured. Like, he's just like, yeah, actually, hypothetically speaking, like, beauty standards exist in the world. And unfortunately, I couldn't fap to this one. I did not like this Sports Illustrated. I am going to unsubscribe.
Yumi Nu as sexy as Brooklyn Decker, then that is because you are fat phobic in some way.
Like, no one is even saying that. People aren't even saying that. No, people are just making fun of you because you're like bent out of shape that you couldn't jerk off to the swimsuit edition, a cover model. Like, what is going on, dude? Why are they like this? It's so funny. I love these issues because, like, in my opinion, I think this kind of like showcases how fucking weird they are. They just basically self-report over and over again. And obviously there's plenty of people who are also pathetic sexless nerds like they are that are in their fan base, but still, it's just like pretty funny. To the Normans, they probably look at this and go, what the fuck? I have a cousin that looks like that, and you're being fucking rude for no reason. I have a mom that looks like that. You're being rude for no fucking reason. My wife looks like that. My girlfriend looks like that. Why are you fucking saying these things? Like, I find my girlfriend very attractive. why are you just like randomly shitting on my girlfriend, is how most Americans are going to fucking look at this and feel. Especially because like he basically personally admitted that she was like beautiful in the beginning.
Way you are a bigot in some way. And that's the reason they do this. Why else would they do it? I mean, I'm just guaranteeing you that if a dude has a choice between buying 2 magazines, one with Yumi Nu on the cover and one with Brooklyn Decker on the cover, that's not a question as to which magazine sells faster. Everyone knows this. The entire advertising industry is built on this. All of Hollywood is built on this. Why do you think Hollywood casts astonishingly good-looking people?
Why is he speaking to an audience of 85-year-olds, bro? When are you buying a magazine at the fucking magazine stand, dude? Also, he's wrong. I mean, he's actually fucking wrong. This is so stupid. He's wrong because, like, at least the Yumi Nu thing is, like, new and different. And part of the reason why they do it, Sports Illustrated does it, and Ben is right about this, is because it actually drives the narrative. People like this get mad and lose their shit, and then people go and actually fucking click on the website. So Ben is unironically playing into the fucking Sports Illustrated game. And you're falling for it.
What's also hilarious about sort of the way that the beauty media work here is I have to compare and contrast here. So you have Yumi Nu, who is overweight, on the cover of the SI Swim. And if you mention this, it's bad. The entire purpose for putting this person on the cover is because she is overweight. But if you mention she's overweight, this means that you're bad. You're not supposed to notice. Stop.
You're banned? You're bad? Like, no, dude. It's about, like, being a fucking dickhead, I think. Right? This is the thing that's really weird about debate perverts, is that, like, they have to moralize and intellectualize, like, every kind of fucking conversation. And it goes against, like, how human beings operate. So in a weird way, they come across, like, super irrational to the average person. No, it's just like you're a dick. Like, why would you fucking run around and, like, literally point to every person who you think is, like, a little bit more overweight than what your perfect body type is like and be like, you're fat. You should not actually be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. You're fat. Hypothetically speaking, I don't like that you're fat and I can't jerk off to you. I do not want thick mommies. Stop showing me BBW porn, Pornhub. Like, you're just a fucking rude dickhead. That's it. That's literally it. That's why people are clowning on you, because you're a rude fucking dickhead.
I'm noticing. Okay, so they'll put Yumi Nu on this cover. Then you'll also have Hilary Duff, who is on the cover of Women's Health. Now, Hilary Duff looks like a sort of stereotypical model beauty. Okay, she's on the cover of Women's Health magazine, totally nude. And she looks like a model. Right? I mean, there's not an
it's like, it's censored.
Ounce of fat on her. She looks like what you would imagine an airbrushed, beautiful person to look.
Wait, why is he saying this? Like, why is he just showing? Is Ben now just showing, like, what he can jerk off to and what he has jerked off to? Isn't that kind of strange?
Look like. And the headline is, it's time to redefine strength, growth, power, and presence. Hilary Duff on her terms. And Women's Health magazine said, Hilary Duff spent years trying to live up to Hollywood's standards. Now, as she poses for the May cover of Women's Health Body Reflections, she's approaching her life and career on her own terms. She says, I'm proud of my body. I'm proud it's produced 3 children for me. I've gotten to a place of being peaceful with the changes.
This is such a weird thing, dude. Basically saying, like, I jerked off fat, thick ropes to Hilary Duff and her photo shoot. That's a good photo shoot. That's a good photo shoot that I appreciate. It's good. It's only catering to my expectations. That's what magazines should do. I don't want any other kind of beauty standard. If you like thick women, I do not want your interests represented in Sports Illustrated. Hypothetically, let's say I found a deep fake Hilary Duff porn after watching this magazine article, after reading this magazine article. Hypothetically speaking, that is ethically consistent with my worldview.
My body has gone through. The pictures of her are immaculate. I mean, honest to God, these pictures are like,
said immaculate. He is so horned up. Bro, he's so horny. Yo, this is fucking, I just want to spat my fucking Diet Mountain Dew out, dude. What the fuck? Yo, he's down bad. Oh.
First of all, you used to have to actually buy a Playboy in order to get these sorts of pictures. Now it's just on the...
Dude, I love this. Is the greatest Ben Shapiro video I've ever watched. We got to run it back. Dude, he is bricked up.
I've gotten to a place of being peaceful with the changes my body has gone through. The pictures of her are immaculate. I mean, honest to God, these pictures are like, first of all, you used to have to actually buy a Playboy in order to get these sorts of pictures. Now it's just on the cover of Women's Health because women's empowerment and all of this. But beyond that, on the one hand, the idea is that Hillary Duff is violating traditional standards of beauty. Not true. On the other hand, the idea is that Yumi Nu is not violating traditional standards of beauty. Also not true. And the only reason that you can come up with.
Hey, Ben, in your horny fervor, perhaps maybe you could have realized that, like, no, both of those women are actually living their own beauty standards out. And it's about demonstrating confidence in your body. And that's kind of the point. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's like actually not inconsistent. Neither of those things are inconsistent. And also the Hillary Duff photos, because I've seen a nipple before in my life and didn't immediately have a fucking mind-numbing erection and get so fucking hard that all the blood got sucked out of my brain like Ben's did, I immediately noticed that those photos are actually unaltered in the same way that most Hillary Duff photos would probably be in any other magazine. If you weren't so fucking horny, you would probably recognize that the lack of like severe makeup and foundation, even though there was makeup, obviously, and also the lack of alteration in the form of Photoshop is what makes those photos unique. They look pretty airbrushed. No, in comparison to what you normally see in magazines, like it's not like you can see blemishes and shit, dude. Like, obviously, she still has makeup on, but like it's less, I would say, than it's less than what you would normally see in a professional shoot like that. But I do still understand that there's makeup on her. The point is, Ben is literally just trying to intellectualize being bricked up for Hillary Duff and being like, I don't want a thick mommy.
Traditional standards of beauty. Also not true. And the only reason that you can come up with is they would like to actually destroy the definition of beauty, as they've destroyed the definition of everything else. In the same way that the left pretends that all art is equivalent and that Piss Christ is a piece of art the same way that the Mona Lisa is a piece of art because art has no definition and it's all subjective interpretation. They're now doing this.
Does Ben think art is objective? What the fuck? Isn't he like literally a classically trained violinist? The fuck? I mean, God, that doesn't surprise me, actually. That is yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but that is quite literally fascism and a fascist interpretation of art, is that there are objective standards and objective values in art that are universal, and that all new art is actually degenerate and showcasing moral decay. There are really thoughtful and very good YouTube essays on this. I mean, there's obviously a lot of reading that you can do, but like, let's be real, none of you fucking read anyway. What's the one that we've seen? I know you don't agree with Ben, but this is actually a legitimate theory on art. There's even a Wikipedia page on it. Yeah, I know. You're kidding, right? Link this because you wanted me to say like it's a term adopted by the Nazi Party, because I just described that. Oh, yeah, here it is. Who is afraid of modern art? This was a really, really good video. Who's afraid of modern art, vandalism, video games, and fascism? Great fucking video by Jacob Geller.
This with things like beauty. So in a normal definition of beauty, Hillary Duff is a beautiful person, and Yumi Nu is not nearly as beautiful as Hillary Duff in any sort of normal objective metric of beauty as done by a computer, for example.
What?
But if you notice this is because you're bad and bigot. So this is why Jordan.
What is a normal objective beauty standard done by a computer? You're literally reporting. That's a self-report. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not a human. Yeah. Why does anyone look at that and go, yeah, that's brilliant? My man said, computerized beauty.
Peterson was trending. Okay, it's because he tweeted out, sorry, not beautiful. And no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that. People got very angry. How dare you say that, sir? The whole point of putting her on the cover is because you're trying to redefine beauty. That's literally what you're trying to do. And he's saying, I'm not going to let you redefine beauty.
Yeah, but that's what Jordan is saying, too. That's literally what he's saying. He's saying that his authoritarian beauty standard is what should continue to be the beauty standard. If you want to think about it as, like, authoritarian at all. That's it. He's saying, like, what I have been duped into believing is like the perfect fucking beauty standard should continue. Even a computer would be able to figure that out.
beauty to include people who are not traditionally beautiful. You want to say that she is unique looking? You want to say that she is beautiful to certain people, that certain people find this attractive? That's fine. But if you want to say that this is like beautiful the same way that kind of traditional swimsuit models are beautiful, no, again, but the game the left loves to play is just gaslighting all the way down. A man is a woman. They're like, no, that's not true. How dare you say that, sir? How dare you do that? That's bigotry. Beauty is defined as anybody up to and including Lizzo. And you're like, no, I don't think so. They're like, no. How dare you say that, sir? We're not doing it. You must be a bigot. It's also tiresome and childish and annoying.
It's very strange. He even personally admits that the top of the hour ad break can be served at 26 minutes into the hour. You know what I mean? Wait, what the fuck was I going to say? It's just, he's basically admitting that like beauty is not objective when he says like, well, some people find her beautiful, but like everyone finds someone beautiful. Like, no, that's not a thing. Beauty is subjective. An Australian news article put your response to Jay Peterson's tweet in their article. Nice. It's pretty funny to think that, I don't know, it's pretty funny to think that like his understanding of how, like, what is objective beauty is beauty defined by a computer program.